India and Pakistan, beyond the headlines. Let's break the stereotypes. Yo, what's good everyone? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, smash that subscribe button and join the squad. We're about to take you on a wild ride. Today, we re-diving into a story that has been stuck in the same old news loop for way too long. India and Pakistan. You've seen the headlines, border drama, political shade, or that epic cricket rivalry that gets everyone screaming at their screens. But hold up. There's a whole other side to this story that's way juicier, way more inspiring, and honestly, way more human. We're going beyond the headlines to uncover the shared vibes, epic history, and untapped potential between these two nations. So grab your chai or lassi, buckle up, and let's dive into the real India-Pakistan story. Trust me, you're going to want to stick around for this. A shared past. More epic than a Bollywood blockbuster. Picture this. A land where ancient cities like Mohenjo-daro and Harappa thrived 5,000 years ago, where traders, poets, and kings roamed under the same sky. That's the India and Pakistan of the past. One big, vibrant subcontinent before borders were even a thing. The Indus River, the OG lifeline, still flows through both nations, like a thread tying their stories together. Fast forward to the Mughal era, and you've got emperors like Akbar throwing lavish feasts in Agra, while poets like Ghalib penned verses that still give us goosebumps in Lahore and Delhi. But then, 1947 hit like a plot twist nobody saw coming. The British colonial rulers packed up, and the subcontinent was split into India and Pakistan. It was like a family breakup on an epic scale. Millions moved across new borders, hearts were broken, and the scars still linger. Wars in 47, 65, and 71, plus the ongoing Kashmir saga, keep the tension alive. But here, as the T, focusing only on the drama, is like watching a Bollywood movie and skipping the dance numbers. There's so much more to this story. Let's get to the good stuff. Culture that slaps, food, music, and more. If you think India and Pakistan are all about conflict, you're missing out on the real magic. These two nations are like twins who bicker but share the same DNA. Let's break down the cultural vibes that make them so connected. Food, a flavor explosion. Imagine this. You're in Lahore, chowing down on a plate of steaming nihari, that slow-cooked meat stew that melts in your mouth. Now teleport to Delhi, and you're scarfing down a spicy chicken biryani that's basically a flavor bomb. Same vibes, different kitchens, from crispy samosas to tangy golgappe, or pani puri depending on your side of the border. The food game is strong. Ever tried a mango lassi in India or a rose-flavored faluda in Pakistan? It's like they're speaking the same love language through food. These dishes didn't a T-split in 47. They were the ultimate proof that taste buds don't care about borders. Quick question, what's your favorite Indian or Pakistani dish? Drop it in the comments, I'm curious. Music and arts, the ultimate collaboration. Now let's talk tunes. Pakistan's got Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan, the king of Qawwali, whose soulful tracks like Dam Mast Kalandar have Indian fans losing it at Sufi festivals. Meanwhile, India's A.R. Rahman is dropping bangers like Jai Ho that blast through speakers in Karachi. Classical music? Both countries are obsessed with ragas and ghazals. And don't sleep on the poets. Bulleh Shah's verses are basically the soundtrack of Punjab, whether it's in Amritsar or Lahore. The art scene is just as lit. Mughal miniature paintings, with their intricate details, are still crafted in both nations. And pop culture? Pakistani dramas like Humsafar have Indian aunties hooked, while Bollywood flicks like Bajrangi Bhaijaan, a story about an Indian helping a Pakistani girl, have packed theaters across the border. It's like the universe is saying, yo, you guys are meant to vibe together. Language, talking the same talk. Hindi and Urdu are like cousins who finish each other's sentences. They share so much vocabulary that an Indian and a Pakistani can have a full-on convo without missing a beat. Watch a street vlog on YouTube, and you will see people in Mumbai and Islamabad swapping slang like it is no big deal. Then there's Punjabi, Sindhi, and Balochi, languages that flow across the border like they don't even see it. It's like the words themselves are saying, "Borders? What borders?" People-to-people power, real stories, real connections. Here's where things get really heartwarming. Forget the politicians. Ordinary Indians and Pakistanis are out here building bridges like nobody's business. Social media is the MVP here. Channels like Punjabi Lehar on YouTube have Indians and Pakistanis sharing recipes, cracking jokes, and even doing virtual dance-offs. One viral video had a guy from Lahore and a girl from Delhi cooking biryani together over Zoom. How wholesome is that? Then there's the Kartarpur Corridor, opened in 2019. It's a game changer, letting Indian Sikh pilgrims visit the sacred Gurdwara Darbar Sahib in Pakistan without a visa. Picture this. Families separated since partition reuniting, hugging and crying tears of joy. Over 100,000 pilgrims have crossed since it opened. And it's not just about religion. It's about reconnecting with a shared soul. One pilgrim, an elderly man from Amritsar, said, "I felt like I was coming home. Cue the tissues, and let's talk about the fans." When Pakistani cricketer Babar Azam smashed a century, Indian fans on X were hyping him up like he was their own. Same deal when Indian singer Diljit Dosanjh dropped a new track. Pakistanis were streaming it like crazy. These moments prove that when you strip away the politics, people just want to connect. Economic potential. Let's make some money. Okay, let's get practical. India and Pakistan could be an economic dream team, but they're barely scratching the surface. Their 3,300-kilometer border is one of the longest in South Asia, yet trade in 2022 was a measly $2 billion. Compare that to India's $100 billion trade with China, or Pakistan's $20 billion with the UAE. That's like leaving money on the table. Imagine if they opened up. Pakistan's textiles, think those gorgeous embroidered shawls, could flood Indian markets. India's tech giants, like Infosys, could set up shop in Karachi. And don't get me started on agriculture. Punjab AS wheat and mangoes could feed and delight both sides. The South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation, SAARC, was supposed to make this happen, but political drama keeps hitting pause. Still, small wins like trade fairs in Dubai, where Indian and Pakistani businesses meet, show the potential. Fun fact, a 2018 study estimated that open trade could boost their economies by $37 billion. That's a lot of zeros. The youth revolution, Gen Z and millennials, FTW. Here's the real secret sauce, the youth. Both countries have massive young populations. Over 60% are under 35. These Gen Z and millennial squads aren't a tea here for the old grudges. Raised on Wi-Fi and memes, they're collaborating in ways their parents never could. Think global hackathons where coders from Bengaluru and Islamabad end up on the same team, building apps without even blinking at the border. Or gaming communities where PUBG players from both sides team up to dominate the leaderboard. On TikTok, before the ban in India, and Instagram, you'd see Indian and Pakistani teens doing dance challenges together or swapping fashion tips. One viral trend had kids from both countries recreating each other's traditional outfits. Saris and shalwar kameez were slaying the algorithm. And startups? Young entrepreneurs are pitching ideas at global forums, dreaming of apps that could connect the subcontinent. The youth are the ones who could flip the script. Let's give them the mic. The challenge is keeping it real. We can't sugarcoat everything. The Kashmir issue is a massive roadblock, with both nations claiming the region and accusing each other of stirring trouble. Cross-border incidents and spicy political rhetoric keep the tension simmering. And let's call out the media. Sometimes those clickbait headlines make it seem like war is around the corner, when most people just want to live their lives. But here's the thing. Challenges don't define the whole story. History shows progress is possible. The 2003 ceasefire agreement calmed the border for years. The 2019 Kartarpur Corridor was a diplomatic win. Even cricket diplomacy, remember when Pakistan's team toured India in 2012, has brought smiles. These moments prove that when leaders choose peace over drama, good things happen. A path forward. Let's make it happen. So how do we move beyond the headlines? It's all about baby steps and big dreams. Here are some ideas to get the ball rolling. Cultural collabs. Imagine a Netflix series co-produced by India and Pakistan, blending Bollywood flair with Pakistani drama vibes. Or a joint music festival featuring Atif Aslam and Shreya Ghoshal. Let's make culture the ultimate wingman. Youth exchanges. Virtual classrooms where students from both countries learn coding or history together. Or exchange programs where young artists collaborate on murals or films. The future is in their hands. Trade vibes. Ease those trade restrictions. Let Pakistani mangoes hit Indian markets and Indian medicines reach Pakistani hospitals. Economic wins could pave the way for trust. Storytelling. Amplify voices like those on India-Pakistan friendship pages on X, where people share stories of unity. Let's drown out the noise with positivity. Governments can help by reviving SARC or opening more border crossings like Kartarpur. But the real power lies with us, content creators, viewers, and dreamers who refuse to let borders define the narrative. Conclusion: rewrite the story between India and Pakistan. India and Pakistan are more than their headlines. They're a shared heartbeat, a common rhythm of Biryani, Qawwali, and dreams. The road to peace isn't a straight line, but it's one worth walking. It starts with us, choosing to see the human side, celebrating the connections, and hyping up the potential. So, what's your take? Can India and Pakistan write a new chapter? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm reading every single one. If you loved this deep dive, smash that like button, share this video with your crew, and hit subscribe with the bell so you don't miss our next adventure. Let's keep the conversation going and spread the vibe of unity. Until next time, keep exploring, keep vibing, and keep dreaming big. Peace out.